understand that they need a website. Okay, maybe if most of these businesses understands these things as well, what we are going to discuss today, probably they would have made a significant progress in their businesses. They would have started at least those implementations. So there's no rocket science, but just knowing these things can help them to build a very good digital portfolio for their business. Okay, so the first and foremost thing that you all have to understand is your website has to show up on Google for everything related to your business. Correct? How do you know how are people searching your business, your product on Google? How will you understand? Let's assume that you are selling digital marketing, or let's assume that you are selling food products, or maybe something else. Correct? Correct?
Yes.
Or let's take packers and movers. You are into packers and movers business. Correct? The only thing that you understand is people must be searching packers and movers on Google. Correct? And you want to show up when somebody searches packers and movers. But did you ever realize people such as packers and movers in HSR layout? Top 10 packers and movers in Bangalore, right?
Yes.
So affordable packers and movers, cheap packers and movers,
Nearby parts.
packers and movers nearby, correct?
Yes, sir.
Agarwal packers and movers, VRL packers and movers, correct?
Yes, sir.
So instantaneously we were able to think of few terms that people would use to find the business, correct?
Yes, sir.
Correct? But really you won't be able to understand all the terms used by people, right? Since you are into packers and movers, you can also speak about some topics like how to so what is the rent of the houses in HSR layout. I'm staying in Whitefield, let's assume I'm staying in Whitefield, so I'm planning to move to HSR layout because I have attended an interview at HSR. Okay, the job is also confirmed, I might have to relocate. Before that I am trying to understand how is the rental in HSR layout. Correct? Correct? So in that case, what will I do? I will Google how is the rent in HSR layout. So you can cover these kinds of topics as well, correct?
Yes, sir.
Correct? See, until I speak out this topic, you did not think about this topic as well, correct?
Yes,
And this way, people who are about to make a move, there could be many searches around it. Correct?
yes, sir.
It could be probably. Give me 1 second, guys. Hello. Okay. So now we cannot really think of all such searches happening on the internet. Okay, you will be surprised to see the number of the different ways people search. Just to buy a shirt, you might search buy shirt online. There will be someone else searching as buy blue color shirt 40 centimeters online, by brand name, or maybe in HS or something else. So there are people. It could be much more lengthier as well, or not necessarily the length, but the type of typical search might happen only with that person. Correct? It depends on your thought process, your language, your communication skills. Correct? On basis of that, the most common thing is buy shirt online. Correct? And these kinds of searches by blue color shirt 40 centimeters with a collar, with lengthy collar, with colorful collar, you might see such searches happening with only one person, and originates with that person and dies with that person. You will not see another person searching like that. But there are many such people. Probably 70% of searches on the internet could be happening like that. We call them as unknown searches. The number of unknown searches will be significantly high for e-commerce businesses. So if it is digital marketing training, it will be mostly within that digital marketing training, digital marketing training, digital marketing training. Everybody, 80% of the population would use digital marketing training only. But when it comes, and another 20% population might use digital marketing training institute free. Digital marketing training institute under 5K. See, these kinds of searches will be very less. Though they don't have budget, still they would just go and search digital marketing training without mentioning the price information. But 20% of the people might still use something like this. But when it comes to other industries, FMCG, they might use different variations, it's vice versa. 70% or 80% will be unknown searches and 20% will be known searches. Okay, so now how do we understand these kinds of searches? See, practically speaking, unknown searches, knowing unknown searches is super difficult because we don't know how people would search. Every day, every person is using a different term, right? So we are going to use one tool to understand how people search about your business on Google. So actually, yesterday we did a keyword research, a brief keyword research. You were not there. Only some of you were here. We did a brief keyword research and understood people are searching packers and movers in Bangalore, in HSR, in BTM, different areas, and Bangalore to Hyderabad, office shifting, pet moving. So after doing a brief research, we understood the possible ways of people searching on Google. Okay, so it's super important for all of you to know. That's when you can create such pages on your website. This will be the first step in the SEO. You have to understand how is your business queried and you have to accordingly create the pages. Okay. So just let's go through this, or maybe I'll show you how to use this keyword planner. Okay. So ads.google.com is a platform for you to implement Google Ads for your business. Okay, and the same tool has a module or an option or a tool built in it to understand how people search your product. Okay, so packers and movers near me is what I could think, and I have put the term get results. So it has provided you 1100. Wait, it's still loading. Let me refresh this page. So when you understand how your business is queried, you have to start segregating it to different categories, area, cities, blog posts, and you should start developing lots of content pertaining to it about your website. Why should you do that? Because without such topic, your website will not rank on Google. Can you expect your website to show up on Google uh, for terms like what is the rent in HSR layout? It doesn't show up, right? Your website will never show up until unless you speak about it. See, that's at least that's a very wide topic. Let's take it as you are into packers and movers. Can your website show up on Google packers and movers in BTM layout?
If I create
Only if you create, only if such piece of content exists on your website, it shows up on Google. It is eligible to show up. That doesn't guarantee you have to implement all that we are learning how search engines function. We understood and the set of implementations. That's when just creating will not show you your website on Google. Just adding my contact on your phone, will it keep popping up every now and then for you? No, right? It shows only when you go and search there. Same way, when you create a page, it doesn't really show up on the Google. It's a probability case. So if there is no competition, it might show up on the Google. If there is a competition, you might have to follow all the, you might have to meet all the criterias, optimization criterias, including fixing the load times, a lot of things we learned in the previous classes. Correct? We are going to execute or implement each of those things now. Okay. So same way, yeah, look at this. It has provided you 122. I just inputted one keyword packers and movers near me, and across India every month 90,000 people search packers and movers across India, right? And household moving, let me add this. You can add up to 10 terms here. Seed, we call this as seed keywords. So from this seed keywords, you got 122 keywords, and now it's 342. After two keywords, relocation service is another term. Let me add get results, and this keeps increasing. 767. Okay. So what else? Moving service. So it went up further. Packers, movers, local movers.
So now, in that keyword, how many people are searching?
Yes. See, your seed keywords, packers and movers, nearly 90,000 people search every month. Household moving 70 people every month. Relocation service 590. Local movers 210. And moving companies, movers near me. You see this?
Yes.
Packers and movers 1,65,000 people search every month on Google. So this is average of 12 months. Okay, I'll show you. And again, packers and movers near me, best moving companies. So you can target all those terms. Affordable movers near me. So if you are creating a page affordable movers near me, or on one of your existing page, if you're using affordable, you might
Yes, yes.
get this. Ranking this could also be very easy. See, you see the competition is low. This is paid competition actually, not the search engine competition, not the organic competition. Relocation assistance. You can have a page, relocation assistance, probably they must be trying to understand, so they might have a big equipment with them, machinery with them. So they want to acquire some knowledge about relocation. They're not really, and next thing will be obviously relocation only. You only become a consultant, you only become an assistant relocation guide for them, and you only provide the service. I was telling to you all yesterday that you only put information about when is the relocation service used, when they have to shift house,
Yes.
the shifting house related researches like how much rent in HSR layout, and if you are moving equipment, vegetables or something else to cold storages near me. Let them approach you. You make a business partnership with cold storages. I'll get the business for you. You pay me the commission. And when you make a deal, okay, I'll transport your vegetables or whatsoever to the cold storage. Okay, I will only provide you the transportation service. Your transportation direct business through these terms. See, not all the packers and movers could think of this. Correct? Packers and movers will not think, why should I have a page of cold storage? Is that question running on their mind. Correct? So you have to think differently. That's when you can capture the market. See, packers and movers is already it has become competitive segments. It was no more competitive. 10 years back, I was working with one of the packers and was no competition. You put a page, I was showing up on the Google. Okay. So you think of all these possibilities as well. Okay. Yeah. What's your question?
Sir, now you said that there are lesser search for one keyword and there is no competition. Correct. So when we create a web pages in the future, okay, should we go with the trend or should we see that which is having less competition?
Okay. I'll tell you. Okay. See, ideally speaking, you don't have to completely rely on this keyword research file, keyword research process. Ideally speaking, you should know what all services you are providing. So let's assume you are providing a furniture delivery service. It's a moving only service, furniture delivery service. Regardless of the search volumes, regardless of it, you're going to put a page on your website, furniture delivery service. Correct? You cannot expect your home page, your single page on the website to show up for everything related to your business. People must be searching crane service, cold storage service, furniture delivery service. Your one page abc.com will never rank for that. Forget about SEO. Correct? Forget about keyword research. Ideally speaking, you should have a separate web page built for furniture delivery and explanation accordingly. We don't damage the furniture, we transport all kinds of furniture, right? A customization, you cannot again just put truck photos and say furniture moving. So the messaging or the information is going to be completely customized for furniture delivery. So people searching for furniture delivery will trust that information, will feel like to sign up with you. If you're just showing a truck, the possibilities will be less. When there's no competition, they understand obviously truck is the only one used to transport. When there is competition, engagement plays a crucial role, and for better engagement, you providing all these kinds of details. No scratches made on the furniture, wrapped properly. We are experts in the furniture moving. We are we are into only furniture moving. That indicates they have very good experience in furniture. You must be moving everything, but on all the pages communicate we are only into furniture moving. So that indicates your expertise. And there will be another page, cold storage. You will write over there, we exclusive cold storage services, something else, communication accordingly. Okay. So if you are into e-commerce selling 100 products, keyword result doesn't matter. If you're selling potatoes, you have to put a product page potatoes. correct? So this research is just helping you the possible search, the possible queries around it, the ways they are querying it. Buy potatoes online, order potatoes, potatoes online, right? Shop potatoes. See, that research is just helping you. These are the different terms used: buy, order, shop, shopping, online, right? So keyword research process here is helping you to understand such things. Okay, so from this you understand the different terms could be moving, relocation, shifting, packers and movers, right? You should try to incorporate these terms on your pages. And in the process, you also found, look at this furniture delivery service, right? Now, I don't know. There could be my mind is thinking now vegetable delivery service in bulk, maybe agriculture produce delivery, or maybe it could be the wastage like construction wastage transportation also. If you have a vehicle, if you are doing that as well, you could have never thought of it. Maybe you can have that page as well. You will be see, thing is businesses will be into everything. Let's assume, so I am providing SEO training, WordPress training, digital marketing training, social media training, but we just might have put digital marketing, correct? But when you all realize, okay, it's not just digital marketing, people search performance marketing, people search SEO, why don't we have all those pages? Anyways, we are providing services, correct?
Yes, sir.
We build a different experience on those pages. When it comes to performance marketing, the communication, presentation, everything will be different on that, correct?
So now, for an example, data science is growing, is in trend, and we have this kind of digital website. So I got to know the trend is right now is data science. I searched it and I got to know. But it's in the trend that many people also speak about it. So, can I do that? Can I do my page also create about it and speak something different about
You
data
can.
science? Will it grow? Or should I talk something which is, should I need to find something which is going to happen in the future?
See, you can speak anything that you want. If you prefer to speak only current trend, you speak that one only. If you want to speak something that's upcoming, don't know that probably could be a prediction.
Yes.
You have information, you can speak about anything that you want. Okay, by the way, data science and all this are not really trending. People are making it look like trending for you.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay, so see, selling something that's already there in the market is difficult. When you give a new jargon, new name, look like or sound like a different thing. So, have you ever seen the menu in restaurants? Do you know why the names will be like that? So, if they put the common name, you would ignore, you would probably not pay attention to it. They want to put a name that no one understands. You will tell that name, and finally, when they get the product, it will be mirchi and vokani. It will be coffee. Correct.
Yes. Yes.
Obviously, they would have put a heading that has snacks or beverages or maybe something else, but still, so that's the psychological behavior of human. So when it is commonly known, they don't feel like to have or own it with them. When you exaggerate, when you bring it for the when you name it differently, see, data scientist, a fancy word scientist. Just by seeing this word scientist, people think it has something else. You know what is done in that? Data analysis and interpretation. And as a digital marketer, and I'm doing data analysis and interpretation for the last 12 years at least. Okay, so the only difference is I'll be doing it on the Excel sheet and they might use. So it's something like to come to office, you must be using Activa, he must be using Jupyter. Just because Activa is since decades and just because he has, let's assume Jupyter is a foreign brand, just it tries to project support it in a different way. And we all know that. Ultimately, it's just mode of transport. Correct. So the same is happening with some of the courses in the market. See, that's the reason Growth School and couple of other companies they just frame every time a new course. They don't sell something that's really high demanding, that's really needed. They try to create something new for existing working already working professionals. They try to put it in a different way and try to sell it to you. Okay, that's all the marketing gimmicks. Okay, so you will get to know, see, and obviously when they project it so much, when they speak about it everywhere, eventually you will perceive it to be as the best and the finest. Correct? Do you know what is data scientist? So, see, the roles will be in demand when there is a scarcity of that skill. So, for example, in next few years there will be scarcity of farmers. That's why government is planning to bring in the cultivation method how foreign countries do it. It's not the 2 acres, 10 acres, 5 acres, thousands of acres where companies will be cultivating and doing it. Okay. So the moment India has scarcity of farmers, there could be roles hiring farmers. Already there. I don't know how many of you have observed it. Huh? Huh?
In other countries they're doing it.
Other countries.
I'm asking, in other countries they're doing it.
What they are doing?
Hiring farmers.
Yes, they are doing hiring farmers. Even in India, people have put up ad hiring farmers. So when there is a scarcity, there will be huge demand for it. That doesn't mean that's the finest. See, for you, if you're not happy working in a hot sun, in a mud, obviously, whatsoever the demand for it and however good the pay is, you will not prefer it. Just because the farmers are getting hired and that's trending, that doesn't mean that's the best thing in the world or the finest thing for you. You have to understand your skill sets, your capabilities, your interests. See, throughout your career, you don't know what farming is. You don't know how to hold any of those tools used in the farming, hold or use. And just because the pay is good, should you be shifting to that role?
But that's what nowadays people are
No, no, no. So, see, there are many. See, that's what I'm trying to communicate. See, farming role may not necessarily be the best or finest role in the earth. Just because there is a huge scarcity of it, there is a huge buzz around it. A huge buzz around it shouldn't confuse you as a high demand for it, or shouldn't confuse you as that's the best and the finest course in the earth on the earth. So there is a confusion in the society whenever for any skill or for any domain, whenever there is a scarcity. Okay, so that turns out to be as a highlight or a bursting. That doesn't mean that's the finest or the best. There could be hundreds of courses. There could be hundreds of courses. Correct. So the the traditional way of spelling the courses could be just digital marketing, and now somebody comes and puts it as AI in digital marketing. Same digital marketing, one or two classes, they might speak about ChatGPT or maybe some other artificial intelligence tools. Again, what is this artificial intelligence, data science, all these are closely related. Artificial intelligence is, see, for example, I am going to observe my son for the next 10 days. Okay, observe for the next 10 days. So I might have understood that whenever he is hungry, he might behave rude to people. Okay, or maybe I will observe something else and I'll start creating an intelligence. I might predict or I might build a solution for it. Okay, or just because I have read my son, I might start concluding, do not keep kids hunger after this time, feed regularly. So that is the intelligence built out of observation. I observed group of people, 10 people, and I started building some intelligence, and this intelligence might instruct or command you accordingly. The for chat, for example. So when someone asks what's your name in the chat, can so what is this course? So usual questions and usual responses will be observed and it starts building intelligence on top of it. That's how ChatGPT also works. That's artificial intelligence. So based on the observation of the patterns, it starts building its own intelligence. You know how to respond when someone asks you for something. Correct?
yes, sir.
1 second. Hello? Canada Digital. Yes, yes, Canada Digital. Please tell me. Yeah, hi. Job in? Okay. Can I please call you back in some time? No, no, no. That's an on-site job. I'll speak to you and I'll understand what kind of job you're looking for, and I'll explain you in detail in the next half an hour. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So what was I telling? Yeah. So it starts. See now, your intelligence will get built. If I'm asking you some question, your intelligence will start working around framing some question around it, based on the question that I answer around it, based on the question that I have posed to you. So now this is not built by human. This intelligence is built by from the learnings. The learnings is again analyzing the data or observing the data or historical data. That is artificial intelligence. Okay. So data scientist is nothing but data analysis and interpretation. It could be as simple as I must have given you an Excel sheet. So let's assume something like this. Okay. You are going through this sheet and you will observe. I'm scrolling through this, and you will observe wherever it is near me, the search volume is high. So getting data to one sheet and observing is data analysis. Observations is data analysis and interpreting something out of it. Okay, people are using, so whenever people are using in BTM, in HSR, in the chances of they converting is high. Okay, or observing that people whom, so I must have given you something else, some other data. I'll scroll through this, I'll scroll this, and all the girls must have scored higher marks. I'm observing and I'll interpret, okay, it looks like girls are scoring highest mark than boys. That is interpretation. So this interpretation, analysis and interpretation can be as simple as this, just observing the data and I'll interpret something out of it. Or I'll be scrolling through this data, I would have found there are 10 children, disabled children, 10 disabled children in this list. That is interpretation. And this disabled children, all these 10 disabled children has got the free admission because of the disability. Okay, it's a known thing, truth as well, correct? But I'll understand out of it. See, it could be known to the complete world, but I am going through the data, I am observing it, and I am interpreting something out of it. That is data analysis and interpretation. Okay, so now somebody who does this are called as data sciences. The difference is here it was a manual observation. Now I might use formulas or pivot tables.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
That is also data analysis and interpretation. I'll use pivot tables and I'll summarize. So you must have given me 5,000 rows. I'll put a pivot table and I'll from this 5,000 I'll say there are 3,000 boys, 2,000 girls. How did I do it? I simply use pivot table or I might use some other formula here. Now instead of this pivot table or formulas, you might write a query. SQL, MySQL is a database. You might write a query for it, or you might write some other programming language or a command. Okay. So in data scientist role, instead of using this, you might use a programming language. But their final
Output is
same. Final objective is analyze the data and interpret something out of it. Okay. So here the main skill is not the programming skill or pivot table skill, understanding how to segregate data and how to process data. Okay, so people brought the fancy term data scientist. Okay, and a lot of people don't know what data scientist, what they do. Okay, it's about that.
It is equal to data analyst.
Data analyst,
Same.
but thing is, so data analyst might use tools like Tableau.
Yes.
Yes.
It was Artist.
Huh?
Artist.
R.
Yes.
So in data science they use this R,
Apache tools.
not R. Okay, any programming language you can use.
Python.
Data science with R, data science with Python.
Yes.
Analyzing data using R programming language, analyzing data using Python, analyzing data using Excel formulas. Correct? Data science with Excel. But everybody knows Excel, they don't want to use the term Excel or cell that's no anymore. They want to teach something that nobody understands or nobody knows about it. That's when they can make money. Correct? See, you can eat simply like this, but I will make you eat like this and call it as a new course. Nothing wrong in that. See, Maybe programming or Python must be simplifying certain things which we don't know. But do you have the necessity for it? If you're working in digital marketing, maybe a simple Excel might suffice for you. Just a Tableau tool might suffice for you. And macros, you know macros in Excel? Macros, we use macros as well. So already some of them here are using. So you edit that code as well. This the any functionality that you do on Excel, if you are doing something repetitively, that can be recorded and that can be automated. You are every time copy pasting, or you are creating a row like this every time. Okay. So this manually I clicked, right clicked, and I clicked on insert, right? So this can be automated using macros. And for that I will be recording this functionality. First time I will be recording this functionality, and then I'll run a macro, and it does so. And in macros, what I have to do is I did only once, right? Insert row. I have to input the number as 10,000 or 1,000. It does the same 1,000 times, right? So most of the times things can be see learning in data science with Python or data science with R whatsoever. Here, learning Python or learning R is not the important thing that is used. Most important thing is understanding how to analyze or interpret data. And to analyze or interpret this data, you are just using the programming language. Okay.
Got it.
Okay. Yeah.
So is digital marketing simplified or the programming language they use is simplified? So there should be something in
No, no, no. See, digital marketing is all about creativity.
Yeah.
So I want to sell a product. How you put it across to your audience and how he puts it across to your audience differs. Digital marketing is all about learning this skill, plus to execute this you might have to use a tool. A tool could be as simple as sending from your phone WhatsApp to someone else. You must have seen our elderly parents, some of the relations, they don't know how to send an image on WhatsApp, correct?
Yes, sir.
So, and now when it comes to digital marketing, instead of WhatsApp you will be using different tools. WhatsApp you already know. You will be using different tools. And to use those tools, you have to understand in and out of those tools, correct?
Yes.
WhatsApp, how to attach the file, they have to understand. How to share the location, they have to understand. Day one, even you might not be knowing until unless you explore it,
Yes.
correct? Smartphones also, until unless you explore, you did not understand it. So, learning the digital marketing tools could be as simple as you learning the smartphone usage. There was no class taken for you, correct? So in digital marketing, every now and then there will be one or the other new tool will be coming into the market. For example, TikTok was not there. TikTok came to the market. There was necessity for people to learn TikTok ads, TikTok platform, TikTok functionalities, Instagram ads, Facebook ads. Earlier, Google, Bing, Yahoo. Tomorrow there might be a new application. So learning these tools is not a big deal. But after knowing the options, if you couldn't really write an effective communication, or if you couldn't really build an effective strategy around it, gone. Correct? So here 90% importance should be given to learning the marketing, and 10% importance should be given to learning the tools. But this 10 percentage of learning the tools, you will be used 90% of the times. Your 90% of the knowledge is used 10% of the times, and that's the one which makes 99% difference. That's the one that goes to the public, right?
Yes.
Not your tool interfaces, correct? Whatever you are learning, that's just to execute your marketing knowledge on the internet, correct? You are using the tools or platforms. So in digital marketing, learning these tools is super easy, not that complex. Facebook ads, you can learn it all by yourself. Just one time or two times to explore the dashboards interface, and if you could really understand the marketing metrics, marketing terminologies, and how marketing works, which region to be targeted, which age group to be targeted, so that is very important. Okay, and the right thought process around it. Okay, okay. So now with this data, we understand a lot of web pages can be created on the website. So on observing we decided, okay, let's build area-wise pages, such as packers and movers in HSR, packers and movers in BTM, packers and movers in Marathalli. So I don't know how many areas are there in Bangalore. Okay, you might have to get it from Wikipedia or from some other sources, right? Wikipedia might give you the area and list
Yeah.
of names. I don't know, might have. Okay, or maybe some BBMP websites might have.
So
Or
is it very important to take all the areas?
yes, see, you are doing business across the Bangalore,
Yeah.
correct? So if you have to show up, see, it was not there earlier like that. Packers and movers in Bangalore used to show up on the Google. People used to, the people started searching packers and movers in BTM, HSR. Even then, let's assume there were no such web pages. It was always Bangalore only, correct? So somebody who is smart, so who understands search engines, see, users' mindset is when they see something that they are searching, when they see exactly what they are searching for, the tendency of they clicking on it will increase. For example, there is a website showing packers and movers in BTM, and below that there is a website showing packers and movers in Bangalore, and the user who has searched used term is not packers and movers in Bangalore, it's packers and movers in BTM. The tendency of he or she clicking on a result that has BTM in it is more, correct? If I am searching for apple, one result will be apple, one result will be fruits. Since I am interested in apple, the chances of me clicking on apple will be very high, not just fruits or banana, correct? Correct? So that being the reason people started introducing such web pages, right? So if there is no CTR, even though your web page, Bangalore page has lots of crawl frequency, your Bangalore page will never show up for terms like Marathalli or BTM because you lack CTR. You might have very good engagement also because on the web page you must have written across Bangalore any area, correct? Engagement is taken care. You lost CTR because you did not use BTM or Marathalli in your titles and descriptions, and you cannot fit in all these areas in one title and description because it has a character limit, correct?
Yeah.
So what should you do now? See, we are four kids. Not all the four names can be given to me and called. Manjunath cannot be called by four different names. All my brothers, sisters, all names. So everybody dedicated, respective people, respective names. Yeah,
So now you said that we cannot use four different keywords in one heading. Correct?
not four different keywords.
That
Four
means
different intentions or expectations. Okay, it's not that we cannot use also. See, if you have only four, let's say you are selling only banana, sapota, pomegranate. You can write buy banana, sapota, pomegranate one page, and this page can show up on Google for banana, pomegranate, sapota. Okay, but there are chances that if people are searching for only sapota or only pomegranate, they might ignore clicking on this. Or you could have used alternate names. Chico, sapota is also called as.
yes.
So I can instead of though I am selling only three fruits, I'll create separate pages. I'll put Chico, and I would probably cover terms like order instead of covering all this product names. See, now I don't have any CTR triggers also. When I create separate pages, I'll use the space effectively for CTR triggers such as very tasty and fresh fruits. Chico, Sapota terms will be used, order, shop, online will be used. So when I'm using all three names in one, I cannot use online, shop, order, buy, and tasty and fresh. Correct?
Yes, sir.
So I'll dedicate spaces for each product. Okay? That's how your page CTR also can be higher. When you try to fit in too many things in one, the quality changes. Correct?
Correct.
The quality gets hampered. Correct?
So whatever the topic is, according to that only we have to give a disclaimer.
Yes. Okay. So on observing the data, we understood we can launch pages like HSR, Belandur, BTM, right, etc. And we also can launch pages like city, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, Mumbai, Pune, because you are providing services across the country.
Yes.
Correct. Listicle pages. top 10 packers and movers in HSR, top 10 packers and movers in Bangalore. People are searching like that. Okay, and blogs, do's and don'ts in house shifting. What is the best time to find a new home and shift? Why you should change your home at least once in 2 years? Which is the best website to find rental properties? Is east facing a good? Is west facing good for residential property? Correct. For commercial also. See, these all are pre-stages. It indicates if somebody is searching is east face is good, they are about to purchase a property or rent a property. Correct.
Yes,
Correct.
good. Yes.
And now in that stage itself, we are catching them and educating them. We are packers and movers, something like this. You will put a topic. Let me take you to the page. Okay. So we put a topic like this. Let's assume this is east facing a good home. And here we write we are the best packers and movers in Bangalore or in India. Something. So now this person who is reading about the Vastu, we know definitely they are going to make a move soon. Or parallelly he must be planning it. Just because we educated him about our packers and movers service, he will
Give a we'll get a
inquire.
yes.
Parallelly, he will inquire or he'll at least register. Okay, so these are their packers and movers, and considers revisiting or bookmarking that page. You all got it?
Got it.
Okay, so that's how blogs are useful, and you'll be able to rank for all of this, and your website relevant traffic also grows. Right? Patterns. How much does it cost to shift a 2 BHK home? How much does it cost to shift from Bangalore to Hyderabad? Correct? They are researching, and you can be there for all of that. See, when the amount of content increases, when you start covering more and more such topics, your website shows up for all of them, for more and more terms on the Google. Websites, one of our website ranks for 40-50,000 keywords. Haven't done anything. The only thing done was we created respective pages. Correct?
Yes, sir. So,
Patterns, yeah.
can you please repeat that pattern? So, what is it used and how is it used? Okay.
Okay. So, patterns is a terminology given by me. Okay. So, the patterns are basically the terms which are closer to the purchase intent. See, Digital Marketing Training Institute is a direct search. Correct?
Yes.
They are looking for digital marketing training. Correct? So, every institute is behind this term. Correct?
Yes.
Digital marketing syllabus. Who will search for it? Digital marketing course fee. Who will search for it? Is digital marketing a good career choice? Who will search for it? These people are also yet to register or make a decision about registering the course. But these searches are not covered by too many people. But definitely these people will, the moment they understand the worth of it or they get, they are in the research stage, 100% relevant, but not in the final stage. They are in the research stage. So you having a page about the cost, about the syllabus, about career, about benefits, or about job openings might help you to tap in those searches. See, at least these searches, do's and don'ts in house shifting, or maybe the best time to find a new home, might not get packers and more business. But definitely, how much does it take to shift a house, 2 BHK house? Might it's a completely relevant search, which are closer to the business intent, but they are not direct business searches. Digital Marketing Training Institute is a direct business intent for Canada Digital. But how is digital marketing career? It's not a direct business intent. They are in the research stage, but 90% chances or very good chances of they converting to a training. Okay. So we give the name as patterns, which are very close to the sales intent. Okay. Okay. Outstation web pages, Bangalore to Hyderabad, Hyderabad to Bangalore. So we took examples of packers and movers to understand the different kinds of pages to be launched on the website. One more thing, based on the product shift mode. Okay, such as furniture, delivery, or shifting or moving different terms. I'll use furniture. What else? Can anybody here tell me what are the other things? Huh? Based on the products, furniture, big missionaries. Missionaries again explicit name. Like for example, maybe people must be for offices. Maybe people must be transporting furniture or maybe some not necessarily furniture. So people who are into this industry will know better. Or you might have to do a thorough research on it, understand. You can launch the pages like furniture moving, rock moving, or maybe vehicles moving, vehicle, vehicle moving. Okay, you must have seen right all these two wheelers
Yes,
they
sir.
come through a vehicle. Now they have their own vehicle probably. Now if you are doing it for the first time, you might have to shift vehicles. You might have taken contract of moving all the vehicles which are at the police stations. Example, police stations they might not have the vehicle moving tower things probably. They might also search. I don't know who. So I'm just giving you an idea of products when it comes to products. So car moving, car towing, maybe car towing. People search car moving. Okay. So car moving and towing is different. Car towing is still it will be on the land. Just car will be taken completely on the towing vehicle that they might be searching as car moving. I don't know. Okay. So we don't know. So now when you start researching, you can introduce these kinds of pages as well. Okay. Now you can have this thing as well. International moving services and all the related searches around it. So these are the different kinds of pages that can be built. Now area wise only you might build 100 pages. City wise only you might build 30 to 60 pages. I don't know. Listicle types you can build articles for every area and every city also. Maybe you can start with every city, maybe 30 to 50. And if you go by area wise, few hundreds by area wise. Now what happens? Your website will start ranking for everything related to Panthers and Movers. Today it's not ranking for a single keyword, and eventually it might start showing up your website on Google for different. See, ranking for Packers and Movers in Bangalore could be highly difficult, but ranking for Packers and Movers in HSR layout may not take much time. It might rank. The competition could be low, or top 10 Packers and Movers in HSR. Always you will mention your Packers and Movers only in the top, and others will be. So somebody has done it. Top 10 digital marketing agencies. I think it is done by some digital Cora or somebody else. They have put Canada Digital also. Okay, we have to actually speak to them. They have put their own number. Calls will go to their number, and everywhere they have put different numbers. So have seen different numbers for different institutes. Initially, I thought, okay, they must be putting the respective institutes name. But when I came to Canada Digital, I realized that's not our number, and they are getting business or leads.
Maybe they were given their number.
Yes, their number only different phone numbers.
Yeah.
Correct. Anybody here running packing Packers and Movers, you will put your dad number, your mom's number, your brother's number, your sister number, or the office only. You might have got some 5-10 numbers, your driver number, or everybody's different number, and you portray it as if that's the number of respective Packers and Movers. Correct. So see, people see this. You have to be street smart in people. Few will be street smart, few will be cunning, few will be unethical. See, digital marketing is all about learning the skills, but not about being ethical or unethical. See, it's left to you. It's completely person's personal choice. Correct. See, you can use a knife to cut the vegetables or to murder someone. Correct. It's left to you. Just because I have given knife to you, this is the best imported knife. That doesn't mean you will go and murder someone and put the case on me. Manjunath gave this knife, so I have murdered. Okay. So you have to understand that's completely personal choice. So few people do it, and I have observed most of the times. So you have to be cunning, street smart if you have to succeed in this competition era.
Yes, sir.
By doing the regular stuff, you cannot win. Okay. So our free courses is one such plan.
Please don't do. That's what I
Okay, we are
keep
charging, man.
saying. Now, for women,
Yes,
how much?
10,000 rupees.
This also coming.
Businesses have to be the best solution providers in order to succeed. Okay. Without that, no business will survive in this competition era. It has to be a win-win for everybody. So if every business turns out to be just money-making mission, they'll not have long-term establishment in the industry. Okay. So initial focus has to be on the delivery service quality to the public. Okay. So that doesn't mean that everything is offered for free. There will be the other kinds of returns expected from the people. Okay.
Give us.
We'll make part of this programs you guys as well. You pay 10,000 rupees, not 50,000 or 2 lakhs. We are recording this, man. Okay. So, Bismi, areas, you have to get ready with the areas, outstations, everything, the complete list as per
So
this.
actually, we are do it. I'll do it, but one doubt I have is you told those